dear students, welcome to day 57 of 99% in 99 days. So today we are going to solve 30 most important MCQs in just one shot, okay? So we have included questions from all the chapters. So this is a quick revision and these questions have taken from your previous year questions, NCERT exemplar questions as well, okay? So make sure that you also answer these questions in the comment section and let me know how much you are getting out of 30, okay? So yes students, now let's get started. Okay, so as we all know, these are the 4 chapters in our lecture. So we are going to cover all the 4 chapters MCQs, okay? So we'll go chapter wise chapter. So the first one is your chemical reactions, okay? So which of the following is not a chemical change, okay? So we know what is a chemical change. So chemical change, which of the following is not a physical change? I'm so sorry. Physical change means those changes where you can get back the substance, right? So here you see boiling of water to give water vapor. So when the water vapor will condense, you will get back your water. So this is a physical change. Melting of ice to give water. So when you freeze water, again you can get back ice. So this is also physical change. Dissolution of salt in water. So if you evaporate the water, you can get back the salt. So this is also physical change. Now combustion of liquefied petroleum gas. So if you do combustion, the byproduct will be carbon dioxide, water and heat, right? You cannot get back the fuel again. So that is why this is a chemical change and not a physical change. So option will be answer number D, okay? Sorry. Next question, we'll move to question number 2. Now which of the following statements about the given reaction are correct? Okay, so the first one is reaction. We can see iron metal is getting oxidized. So if you know what is the definition of oxidation, oxidation means addition of oxygen, and so let me just tell you, oxidation means addition of oxygen, or we can say removal of hydrogen, right? And what is reduction? Reduction is, we can say, addition of hydrogen, okay, and removal of oxygen, okay. Now if you see in this reaction Fe to Fe3O4, what is happening? Fe to Fe3O4, you can see that oxygen is getting added to Fe, right? So I can say that Fe is getting oxidized, okay. So iron metal getting oxidized, correct statement. Now if you see H2O to H2, oxygen is removed, right? And removal of oxygen is reduction. So I can say that H2O is getting reduced. This is also correct. Now one very important thing you should be knowing, that the substance which get oxidized, okay, the substance which undergo oxidation behaves as a reducing agent, and the substance which undergoes reduction behaves as an oxidizing agent, right? So now if you see here, iron metal is getting oxidized, so it will behave as an reducing agent, and water is getting reduced, so it will behave as an oxidizing agent, okay. So you have here iron metal is getting oxidized, so water is getting reduced, so water will be acting as an oxidizing agent, not a reducing agent. So we have 1, 2 and 4 statements, and that is your option number C, okay. Next we'll move to question number 3. Okay, so this question is little lengthy, so let us read it patiently. 3 beakers labeled as A, B and C, each containing 25 ml of water were taken, okay. So we have 3 containers, A, B and C. Each container has 25 ml, okay, of water. A small amount of NaOH, okay, here you added a small amount of NaOH, here you added a small amount of copper sulfate, and NaCl were added to beaker, and here we added some NaCl. So here it is what? Water, water and water, okay. I hope this is clear. Now what is done? Okay, it was observed that there was an increase in the temperature of the solution contained in A and B, okay. So increase in temperature in solution A and B, okay. Whereas in case of C, the temperature of the solution falls. Here temperature increased, okay, and here temperature decreased, okay. So which one of the following statement is or are correct? Now see, if A and B temperature has increased, that means when the reaction happened there, okay, when the reaction happened in case of these two, heat must be generated, okay, heat must be released, and due to that heat the temperature has increased, right? So now if heat is released, then what we will call those type of reactions? Those type of reactions are called as exothermic reactions, right students? Now here what will happen in C? Temperature has decreased. Temperature has decreased means this NaCl, and when water has reacted, it has absorbed the heat, right? So if the heat is absorbed, then we call it endothermic reactions. So A and B will be exothermic and C will be endothermic. So what we can see, in beaker A and B exothermic process has occurred, yes. In beaker A and B endothermic process, no. In beaker C exothermic, no. In beaker C endothermic, yes. So we are getting 1 and 4 correct, so option number C here, okay. Next is question number 4. A dilute ferrous sulfate solution was gradually added to a beaker containing acidified permanganate solution, okay. So you have here, okay, permanganate solution is present, so KMnO4 we write for permanganate, and you add FeSO4 means it is in Fe, like, okay, sorry, one second, yeah, Fe is in +2 state, right? Now the light purple color of the solution fades and finally disappears. Which of the following is the correct explanation for this observation? Okay, so now what happens, KMnO4 is a very strong oxidizing agent, okay. So now if we study about oxidation number in the higher classes, you will know that an element can have multiple oxidation states, okay. So it exhibits a specific color in a specific oxidation state, okay. So now MnO4 is an oxidizing agent, so it will oxidize Fe2 plus. If it is oxidizing someone, so itself it will undergo reduction, right? So its oxidation number will change, so its color will also disappear, okay. So it is an oxidizing agent and it oxidizes FeSO4, okay. Next is question number 5. Solid calcium oxide reacts vigorously with water to form calcium hydroxide accompanied by the liberation of heat. This is called a process of slaking of lime, okay. So what is there? Calcium oxide, okay, one second, yeah, calcium oxide with water, okay, to form calcium hydroxide, okay, fine. The process is called slaking of lime. Now calcium hydroxide dissolves in water to form its solution called lime water. Now which among the following is a true about the slaking of lime and the solution formed? Okay, so first of all you can see that this solution must be basic in nature, right? So if it is a basic solution, then what will happen to the pH of the solution? It will be more than 7, greater than 7, right? Because we know in the pH range 1 to 14, 7 to 14, 7.1 to 14 is the pH range for the bases. Now here you can see OH is present, so definitely it will be a if it is a OH is present, it is a base, right? So we can say that the pH of the solution will be more than 7. Now here you can see accompanied by the liberation of heat. So if liberation of heat has taken place, that means heat is produced. So this is an exothermic process, right? Exothermic reaction. So we have 2 and 3 as the correct answer, option number B, okay. Next we have question number 6. Electrolysis of water is a decomposition reaction. The mole ratio of hydrogen and oxygen gases liberated during electrolysis of water is, okay. So if you have H2O, okay, it breaks to give you H2 plus O2, okay. So now it is, if I want to just balance it, it will be like this, okay. So H2 is 2 and oxygen is 1. So the ratio of hydrogen to oxygen, right, 2 is to 1, option number B here, okay. Next question number 7. Which of the following gases can be used for the storage of fresh sample of an oil for a long time. Okay, so if you want to keep a fresh sample, then you have to avoid it in contact with oxygen, okay, so that it doesn't undergo oxidation. So wherever you can find oxygen, we can eliminate that option. Okay, so there should be something which will be a inert gas and which will prevent the contamination of the oil from the oxygen, right? So we know that helium and nitrogen both can be used, so option number D here. Next question, the following reaction is used for the preparation of oxygen gas in the laboratory. Okay, which of the following statements are correct about the reaction? Okay, so you can see heat is given, catalyst is given, and this molecule breaks to give you two compounds. So it is a decomposition reaction, yes, definitely, and because it is taking heat, so it is also an endothermic reaction, right? So option number A will be the correct answer here. Fine. Next, question number 9 is about acids, bases and salts. So what happens when a solution of an acid is mixed with a solution of base in a test tube? Okay, temperature of the solution increases, yes, this is an exothermic the temperature of the solution decreases, temperature of the solution remains same, salt formation takes place. Okay, so we know that salt formation will definitely take place, so 4 will be there, right? So you can find only temperature of the solution also increases because this is an exothermic reaction, heat will be released, so definitely the temperature will be increased. So 1 and 4, so option number D here. Next, question number 10. During the preparation of hydrogen chloride gas on a humid day, the gas is usually passed through a guard tube containing calcium chloride. The role of calcium chloride taken in the guard tube is, okay, so calcium chloride is used for what? To absorb the moisture from the gas, okay, option number C. Now why is it done? So if moisture is present, then the HCl that is produced will react with the water, and this reaction is again like it can produce a lot of amount of heat and can lead to explosion. Okay, so all the moisture is absorbed before that. Next, calcium phosphate present in the tooth enamel is the basic in nature. Okay, calcium phosphate, if you know the formula, it is Ca2 plus and we have PO4 3 minus, so we can do crisscross Ca3 and PO4 whole 2. Okay, next. If a few drops of concentrated acid accidentally spill over the hand of a student, what should be done? Okay, so we know acid is thrown to air, like acid falls on the student hand or something, then you must be very careful about this question because it may happen any time in your lab or something, so you should be knowing what to do. Okay, so first of all you have to wash it with enough water because when acid falls, no, you feel a burning sensation. To get a relief from that, you need to add some water, and then you have to neutralize that acid, so you have to add a base. Okay, so answer will be wash the hand immediately with plenty of water and apply the paste of sodium hydrogen carbonate. Okay, option number B. Next is question number 13. Which of the following statement is correct about an aqueous solution of an acid and a base? So okay, so if you see correct about the aqueous solution of an acid and a base. Okay, so if acid is there, then lower the pH, stronger the base, no. Okay, let us see. Higher the pH, stronger the acid, no. Higher the pH, weaker the acid, correct, right? If we know from the pH scale, okay, this is suppose 1, 7 and 14. If the pH lies somewhere around here, then this is a weak acid. Okay, and if the pH is less value, then this is a strong acid, right? So we can say that high value of pH means it is a weak acid. Okay, but in case of base, what happens if we have low pH, right? So 7, 8 and this is high pH. Low pH means this is a weak base and high pH means this is a strong base. Okay, so you can see lower the pH, stronger the base, no. Lower the pH, weaker the base, yes. Okay, so we get correct 2 and 4, so that is option number D. Okay, next is question number 14. Which of the following is used for the dissolution of gold? We all know that is aquaresia, right? It is a mixture of two solutions. Next, match the column substances given in column A with their appropriate application given in column number B. So bleaching powder is used for decolorization, so A3, you can eliminate this option. Okay, next, baking soda. Baking soda is used for as an antacid, right? It is used as an antacid. So B4. So we can eliminate these two options, only one is left, so option number C. But let us see the other options as well. Washing soda is used for preparation of gases, and sodium chloride is used for the production of H2 and Cl2. Next, which of the following are true when HCl is passed through water? Okay, so if you pass HCl into water, what will happen? First of all, H plus and Cl minus ion will form, and this will be an exothermic process, heat will be generated, right? Two things. It does not ionize in the solution as it is a covalent compound. No, it will ionize. It ionizes in the solution. Yes. It gives both hydrogen and hydroxyl ion in the solution. It forms hydronium ion in the solution due to the combination of hydrogen with water molecule. Yes, this is correct. So if the reaction is like this, okay, just imagine this has two ions, H plus and Cl minus, this has H plus and, okay, sorry, one thing. Okay, so what happens now? This H plus combines with this H2O to give you H3O plus, okay, which is called as your hydronium ion, and also we get the remaining Cl minus ions, okay. So both 2 and 4 are correct, so option number C is the correct answer here. Now next question, metals and non-metals. Generally metals react with acids to give salt and hydrogen gas, okay. Metals react with acids to give salt and hydrogen gas. Which of the following acids does not give hydrogen gas on reacting with metals? Okay, so if you see HNO3, it doesn't give you hydrogen gas because it is a very strong oxidizing agent and it oxidizes the hydrogen gas to water. Okay, so there is no hydrogen, like H2 does not remain as H2, it gets converted to H2O. Okay, next is question number 18. Galvanization is a method of protecting iron from rusting by coating it with a metal thin layer of zinc, right? Galvanization is protection by using zinc. Next, 19th, 2 ml each of concentrated HCl, HNO3 and a mixture of concentrated HCl and concentrated HNO3 in the ratio of 3:1 were taken in the test tube labeled as A, B and C. Okay, so let us draw it. We have A, B and C. Okay. On A we have what? One second. You have HCl. Okay, and here we have HNO3. Okay, and a mixture of concentrated HCl and HNO3. Okay, in the ratio of 3:1. Okay. Next, a small piece of metal was put in each of this test tube. Now, no change occurred in the test tube A and B, but the metal got dissolved in test tube C. Okay. Now, you can easily guess that this is aqua regia, right? Now, if aqua regia is there, then which metal will get dissolved in it? Gold, right? So, option number B. Next is question number 20. During electrolytic refining of zinc, it gets, so deposition always happens at cathode, so it get deposits at cathode, option number A. Next you have reaction between X and Y forms a compound Z. X loses electron and Y gains electron, so that means it is an ionic compound, right? Which of the following properties is not shown by Z or an ionic compound? So it has high melting point, that is shown. Low melting point, no, this is not shown, so this has to be the answer. Conduct electricity in molten state, occurs as a solid. Okay, these all are the properties of ionic compound except the B one. Next we have 22. The electronic configuration of the three elements X, Y and Z are, okay, you have the configuration of X like 2 and 8, Y configuration is like 2, 8 and 7, and Z configuration is like 2, 8 and 2. Okay, so now which of the following is correct? So now here you see X is a metal. No, here it is already having fully octet complete, so this cannot be a metal. Y is a metal. No, see, Y can gain electrons, right, because it is having 7 valence electron, so Y is a non-metal. Okay, and if you see Z can lose these 2 electrons to get the octet rule, so that is a metal. Okay, so we can say that Y is a non-metal and Z is a metal, option number D here. Next, which of the following non-metals is a liquid? So that is a bromine non-metal. Okay. Next, which of the following figures correctly describes the process of electrolytic refining? Okay. So now if you see regarding electrolytic refining, okay, so from anode there should be loss and at cathode there should be deposit, right? So here you can see that anode loss is there, cathode deposit is there, but anode is negatively charged. Anode is a positively charged electrode during electrolysis. Okay, so this is the wrong here. Here what is that? Here anode and cathode are marked properly, but there is what from 1 second we can see here. Okay, we have from anode also. Okay, this 1 second, let me check. Okay, anode and cathode is taken. From anode there is release and at copper there is deposit. Okay, let us check this option. Here also this is correct, but in cathode there is release and anode there is deposit, so this one will be wrong. And here if we see, cathode is negative, anode is positive, yes, then we have on the cathode there is deposition and from the anode there is, okay, these two diagrams are, I think both are correct. There is some, okay, so both the diagrams can be the answer, okay, but according to book the answer was given C, and in the diagram that is given in your book also cathode is taken on the left hand side and anode is taken on the right hand side. So based on that you can say this as the answer. Okay. Next we have question number 25, carbon exits in the atmosphere in the form of, so we have now entered into the chapter carbon and its compounds. Okay, so first one, it exists in the form of carbon monoxide in traces and carbon dioxide majorly. Okay, next, which of the following has the structural isomers of butane? So this is a structural isomer, this is also a structural isomer, but this one is not there because there is a chain, and this one is also not there because it is a cyclic structure, right? So that is why 1 and 2, or I can say that it is option number C. Let us see the next question now. So here this reaction is given. In the given reaction, alkaline KMnO4 acts as a, so you can see here OH is converted to acid, alcohols is converted to acid, so that means this is an oxidizing agent, so option number B here. Okay. Next we have the soap molecules has, so if you see the soap molecule, okay, this is there, this is minus, and I can say this is hydrophobic, okay, and this one is hydrophilic. Okay, so now this head is the hydrophilic part, so hydrophilic head and a hydrophobic tail, so that is option number A. Next we have identify the unsaturated compounds in the following. So unsaturated compound means it should have either a double bond or a triple bond. You can see YNE and ENE, it is double bond and this is triple bond, so 2 and 3, so that means option number D. Okay. Next we have in the soap mishls. Okay, so if you know what is a mishal, it is like aggregation of the soap molecules like this. Okay, it like a spherical shape. Okay, now this one is your what, ionic part or the hydrophilic part, and this is the hydrophobic part, right? So the ionic end of the soap is on the surface of the cluster, while the carbon chain is in the interior of the cluster. Okay, option number A. Next we have ethanol reacts with sodium and forms two products. These are, so if you have ethanol reacts with sodium, okay, and forms two products, so we have ONA plus H2. Okay, so it is sodium ethoxide, okay, sodium ethoxide and hydrogen. Okay, option number C. Next, which of the following represents saponification reaction? So in saponification reaction what happens? An ester in the presence of a base gives you an acidic salt and an alcohol, right? So option number D here. Okay. So yes, okay, so students, here is a small announcement about DSAT. So you know, you are in the 10th class, and after the 10th is finished, we have something like a very important career decision, right? And it should be taken under some guidance. So to help you with this, we have DSAT, that is Diksha Scholastic Aptitude Test. So here what happens, you get a 60-minute lecture, and then this paper is evaluated, and then you have a one-on-one mentoring session where your strength and weakness are told to you, which is the right choice for you is told. Okay, so expert people talk to you, guide you about your career. So definitely you can take like benefit of this series of this, sorry, you can take the benefit of DSAT. So you can go to the description section, the registration for DSAT link will be given. You can register there and choose the best career for you. Okay, so yes students, that's all in this class, and I hope that all of you would have solved these 30 questions. Put down in the comment section your score out of 30 and let me know that if you have any doubt in any particular question. Okay, that's all students. Thank you so much.